Hey, welcome to Behind the Idea, the show where we get behind the idea on our favorite shows, movies, and anything else we end up talking about. For today's debut episode, we're talking about one of the newer shows that you're going to find on your Disney Plus feed, the Ghost and Molly McGee. GMMG first aired on October 1st, 2021, with a sneak peek coming exactly 5 months before on May 1st of the same year, as a part of Disney's Halfway to Halloween marathon. After watching the show myself after it was recommended to me, I think it's more enjoyable than you may expect at first glance. The show stars Molly McGee, an extremely optimistic, fun-loving teenage girl. After she finds out her family's new forever home is haunted by a moody ghost by the name of Scratch, she does what any one of us would do in that situation. She gets super thrilled and immediately wants to befriend him. Scratch, who is used to living alone, puts a curse on Molly that accidentally makes them literally inseparable.
I curse you, Molly McGee! Wherever you go, whatever you do, for the rest of your days, I'll be there, haunting you, tormenting you, turning your every waking moment into an unending nightmare!
Fantastic performance.
Huh?
The series so far has followed Scratch, Molly, and her family as they go on little adventures each episode. This show reminds me a lot of some of the other shows you may have watched if you grew up in the late 2000s. Specifically, I'm referring to three of the most popular cartoons in the last decade: Gravity Falls, Phineas and Ferb, and more recently, The Owl House. These three shows are all incredible, and I think I can see where the creators of GMMG may have gotten some inspiration. Before we do get into the video though, I wanted to add that I mean no disrespect to Bill Motz and Bob Roth by making this video. Their show is slowly becoming one of my favorites, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with gaining inspiration from similar works, whether they did or not. I'm not making this video to bash their show by comparing it to other ones. I'm simply pointing out some fun similarities that I noticed between them. Chapter 1. Phineas and Ferb. I don't think I need to introduce you to Phineas and Ferb. This was one of Disney's most successful shows, and I'm not just saying that. I think we all know that one of the reasons this show was so successful was the amazing music that was in every episode. One of the cool aspects of the Ghost and Molly McGee is that it, too, includes music in many of its episodes. Sure, some of them may not be as catchy as the absolute bangers that Phineas and Ferb were able to create, but this show's music, which was composed by Rob Cantor, is nothing to think little of. The theme song, for instance, is one of the better ones I've heard in a while. I'll leave a link in the description of this video so you can listen to it for yourself. Honestly, some of these songs have been in my head lately. They're genuinely really catchy, and they remind me a lot of the stuff that came out of Phineas and Ferb. Chapter 2. Gravity Falls. Okay, I'm gonna have to be honest for a second. I've never seen Gravity Falls.
Can I have my hands back? I have a certain gesture I'd like to share with you.
Look, I've tried to like the show. I have. Like I said, it's one of the best cartoons to ever come out last decade. Not only that, but its humor is immaculate.
Well, the kids are taking their time. Looks like it's gonna be a while.
Sure are a lot of stars out tonight.
Well, this is getting weird.
And much like Gravity Falls, GMMG is hilarious.
Is there any way for a ghost who has accidentally cursed himself to uncurse himself? I'm asking for a friend, of course.
I also noticed that many of the comedic techniques that were used in Gravity Falls were sometimes used in GMMG as well, such as jump cuts.
Your parents aren't here. You want to ride home? Please. As if I'd ride in your...
Singing the drive-in song. Headlights are out. Can't really see where.
Overly long takes.
It's just like my life! In a way.
And overall just some amazing writing. Chapter 3. The Owl House. And for our final show of this video, we have one of my personal favorites, The Owl House. I could make an entire video talking about The Owl House, and I may do so in the future, but for now, I'll keep it brief. I've noticed a few similarities between the Ghost and Molly McGee and The Owl House, the main two being character design and each protagonist's attitude towards life. On the topic of character design, I think that both Molly and Luce, who is the main character of The Owl House, are somewhat alike in appearance. As you can see, both of their teeth are drawn with this semi-oval-like shape, and they both have brownish colored hair. When it comes to personality, these characters are also related. Molly's unending positivity is an unmissable feature of hers, and Lou's is also known to be positive most of the time. Overall, these two shows are amazing, and the way that both characters are designed, written, and acted is amazing. And there we have it, ladies and gents, the first episode of Behind the Idea. I hope you enjoyed it. If you happen to have a Disney Plus subscription, I would highly recommend you check out the shows featured in this video, as they can all be found there, and they're all 100% worth a watch. Also, I wanted to ask you a favor. If you enjoyed this video at all, it would mean the world to me if you subscribed. This channel is a very small one at the moment, and my dream would be to build a community where we could all hang out and talk about cartoons, movies, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Well, that's it and that's all. Have a good one, people.